Hi students, I am Ram Mohan, JL in History, Government Junior College, Kachiguda. We are discussing model paper of first year history. In this already we completed what are the important questions are given in this model paper and what is section A, section B and section C and how many marks each question carries from section wise we discussed. Now we are going to discuss section wise and what questions are given and from one section how many marks you are going to get and each question and what are the important points you are going to write from each question. Now we are going to discuss from section A. As you know, 6 questions are available. Out of 6 you are going to write only 3. So each question carries here only 10 marks. So out of 6 questions you choose here only 3. So now I am going to discuss the first question. Write about the salient features of Indus Valley civilization. Okay. Question number 1. Write about the salient features of Indus Valley civilization. As you know, chapter number 2, the Indus Valley civilization, the great civilization in India, that is Indus Valley civilization. So this question is very important. That's what it is given as a 10 mark question in section A. So from second chapter, one question compulsory. So here the question is Indus Valley civilization. This civilization was first great civilization in India. And this civilization already we can call Harappa civilization also. In exams they can give like write about the important features of Harappa civilization. So Harappa civilization or Indus Valley civilization, both are same. Students, remember here Harappa civilization and Indus Valley civilization, both civilizations are same. Why Harappa? Why Indus? Now we are going to get it. See, first of all, Indus, the river name is Indus. In India, the first settlers name Dravidian. So the Dravidians, the local people of India, resided beside the Indus river. So the people here called India or Indus, both are same here. From the country name India also derived from the river Indus. So the people resided in the valley of the great Indus river. So the pronunciation Indus, when foreigners came here, you see they can't pronounce here S letter. That's what the Sindhu name got here Hindu. Indus, later you see Hindu religion also we can get it. India also derived from Indus. So H letter and S letter both are. So that because of pronunciation, lack of pronunciation, we got here Sindhu like Hindu. Okay. And later Harappa. How Harappa civilization emerged here? Because the local people, the Dravidians, settled and started and founded 2 great towns, that is Harappa and Mohenjo-daro. Even our Indian archaeologists, when discovered here, they first discovered the city Harappa. So that the civilization known after or named after Harappa, the first city which was discovered by archaeologists. So that is Harappa civilization, it was named. So Indus Valley civilization or Harappa civilization, both are same. So Indus river, which is very important river and where the people prefer to live in the valley, in the plain area of Indus Valley, so that the civilization named after Indus Valley or Indus River civilization. That is first one. And Harappa, already you know the people find out here Harappa, the first city, later Mohenjo-daro. So that the first city which was discovered by archaeologists, it was named after Harappa civilization. So, students remember here, the first great civilization in India, that is Indus Valley civilization, we can call Harappa civilization, both are same. You can call Dravidian civilization, first great civilization, all are same. Now moving to the second point you are going to write, that is 1921, which is very, very important year. 1921 to 22, the first time the archaeologists discovered Indus Valley civilization in India. That is year 1921. First time they discovered the towns. First time they discovered the material remains of the great civilization. Okay, their seals, their script, okay, their art and architecture, everything we can find after 1921. So first year you write in examination 1921, when the civilization was noticed by archaeologists. That is second point you are going to write in answer sheet. Now moving to the geographical extension. In India, how the civilization was extended and expanded. You see, nowadays, because of the exploration and excavation of archaeologists, they noticed here different places, different their what you call remains things from the places like Rajasthan, Uttar Pradesh, Gujarat, Haryana, Punjab, Maharashtra. Okay, these are all from Kashmir to, you see, Maharashtra, and even Pakistan. Nowadays, Pakistan, you see, old Pakistan. That means Pakistan, the place of the part of India. So that many places from Pakistan, Afghanistan also, the archaeologists located. Harappa, Mohenjo-daro, Kalibangan, Dholavira, Lothal. Okay, like that, many places they discovered. So the extension of Indus Valley civilization or Harappa civilization, you can write here these states names. While writing geographical extension, you have to write the names of the states where the civilization extended, how it reached the corners of these states. Now moving to the chronology. The chronology means here how the civilization was started, as you know. Now moving to the chronology, when the civilization began. Some historians believed here 2700 is the year Harappa civilization was started. Somebody believed here 2500. So, you write the different opinions of historians, and especially you have to mention here the peak stage of Indus Valley civilization 2300 to 1700. Okay, this is the peak year when civilization was greatly flourished. So, peak stage and opinions of different historians, you write in chronology. Now moving to know, that is Indus script. Script, already you know, script means style of writing. You see, we are writing from left to right, somebody write right to left. Here, Indus people, they began and they invented the art of writing. This script consists here different emblems, symbols, features, things. Till now, we did not disappear the art of writing. We did not disappear the style of writing of Harappa people, the Indus people. We know they invented the great script, but we did not discover what they wrote on seals, what they wrote on different material. Okay, we remember here only the style of writing. They invented the art of writing. They wrote, okay, they did not write long inscriptions. Okay, only the inscriptions, nothing but seals. On different seals, they mentioned here different pictures, symbols and emblems. But what they conveyed here message, what they communicated, really the Indians or any archaeologists or historians, did not disappear so far. That is, you remember. So, Indus script consists here different symbols, different features. Okay, we can notice here, but we did not read the writing of their letters. Now, moving to the seals. They made here different kinds of seals. These seals are provided to know about Harappa people. Harappa peoples mean Indus people or Dravidians, all are same. So, these seals provided good information to know about their history, to know about their culture, to know about their society. Okay, so seals are very, very important. They made different seals with the stone of steatite. They made seals of steatite stone, very soft stone. That's what they engraved here. Many emblems, many symbols, many pictures on seals. Now moving to the next one, town planning. Okay, we are talking about here Indus Valley silent features, the important features of Indus Valley civilization. In that, we completed here their chronology, Indus script, seals. Now moving to the town planning. Really, Indus Valley civilization is called a town culture, city culture. Their civilization is city civilization. How modern civilization is there? Same type of culture, same type of civilization they practiced. So that we can proudly say Indus Valley people invented town planning. They started city civilization in India. They are the pioneers of the town planning. They are the pioneers of the city civilization in India. Example, you see the drainage system of Indus Valley people. They, for every house and for every road, they dug here different canals, the drainage, water, how they reach us here, how they come out of their houses. So they designed here completely, they constructed here the drainage system in modern way. Moving to the Great Bath, the present swimming pool. Like that, they built here a great bath in Mohenjo-daro. It was located by historians and archaeologists. So this great bath reveals here how the people in the time of rituals, in the time of festivals, how they celebrated, how they took holy dip in this great bath. Okay, this information provided really by this great bath. And this is the modern art and architecture. It resembles the modern way of their art and architecture. Now moving to the granaries. Granaries, the present, to the more agriculture production, okay, the more material. When you are going to save, that is the yards are completely constructed by these people. These are called citadels and granaries also. These granaries are located in Harappa, Mohenjo-daro, even in Kalibangan. Okay, for securing their property, for securing their material, their agriculture production, they built here so many granaries, especially 6 granaries at a time we discovered in Harappa. So that is the greatness of Harappa civilization. It was very great feature of their civilization. Now moving to the Lothal. It was a dockyard. It was also discovered by the people. So this Lothal dockyard, the present, the port city, how the present port city of Bombay, Vizag, Kolkata, there, same. Lothal also they built here. This Lothal city, the port city, the dockyard, this serves as a uploading, okay, the loading and unloading of the goods, material. Here, number of seals, number of coins also we discovered, we noticed. So it exhibits here the information about the contacts, the trade, business with the other nations also. That is the great feature here. That is Lothal. Moving to the political system. There is no the concrete information, the concrete source to know about Indus civilization's political system. Okay, their political system. Their administration, really, we don't know. Because there is no the concrete source to know about him. Because the seals not providing any information, because the script is completely not disappeared, not discovered. So that we remember here, the political system, we can get some information because of these, okay, seals. Here, and the granaries, their citadels, their drainage system, roadways, these provides here, these are the sources provided, some extent, their political administration. So here, there is a head for every community, and each head looked after their administration, and he provided information to each and everyone. Okay, he appointed the people. Like that, we can notice some information from observing the archaeological and material remains of the Indus people. So, it is political system. So far, if you have observed here, the great features of Indus Valley civilization, there are here from geographical extent to political system, you have to write. Okay, how the Indus Valley civilization extended, okay, other states in India, and their chronology means years, and how the script is, and it's what is importance of seals, and how town planning, and moving to drainage system, and great bath, granaries, lothal, which works as a dockyard, moving to the political system. So these are the important points you have to write in features. And Harappa civilization and 1921, these 2 points you have to write in introduction part. So Indus Valley civilization called as, considered as Harappa civilization. This civilization was noticed in 1921. These are the 2 points you have to write in introduction part. Remaining all points you have to write in features of Indus Valley civilization. This is a very important long question in coming exam. So that these are the points you have to remember, you have to write in notebook, and compulsory you have to mention while writing this answer. Okay, in section A, long answer questions we are discussing. The first question about Indus Valley civilization we have completed. Now moving to the next important question, that is what are the causes for the origin of Jainism and Buddhism? From chapter 3, the social religious movements of India, in the chapter, there are important questions are there. Among them, this question is given. So, sometimes they can give Gautama Buddha's life and his teachings. Sometimes they are, okay. This time, in this model paper, the question provided here, what are the causes for the origin of Jainism and Buddhism? So, what causes provided here to establish, to found here a new religion or many religions? Here, 2 important religions. One is Jainism, another one is Buddhism. So, while writing this question, you have to mention the exact century, that is 6th century BC. Okay, don't mention any year, mention only, write only 6th century BC. It has great significance. Not only Buddhism and Jainism, many religions were established by different people in India. Even in world history also, this 6th century BC got a good significance, because you see in Greece, Socrates also, a great philosopher. In same century, in China, Lao Tzu, later Confucius, moving to the Persia, Zoroaster. At a time, in the world, many religions or many philosophies were propounded, were established by great, okay, philosophers, great people like Buddha, Jaina, Confucius, Lao Tzu, Socrates. You see, many religions really established during this century only, that is 6th century BC. Okay, in introduction part, while writing, you have to mention the 6th century BC. In this century only, 2 religions, important religions established here, and you have to mention even in the world history also, in other countries also, some philosophies, some branches or new religions established by great people. Okay, these you have to mention. And moving to the here causes. What are the causes, origin of new religions, that is Jainism and Buddhism? In this, you have to mention not only Jainism and Buddhism, even Ajivakas, Charvakas, like that. More than 60 religions or 60 groups, 60 philosophies propounded by different great people in India during this season. So we have to write this one also. Now moving to the causes, the first one, religious causes. What are the causes helped a lot to start these great religions? Before that, you see, Jainism, which was established by Vardhamana Mahavira. Another religion, Buddhism, which was established by Gautama Buddha. These are the two important religions and who changed the entire Indian history because of these two. These two religions, two important people, one is Vardhamana Mahavira, another one is Gautama Buddha. These two people belong to Kshatriya. Okay, Kshatriya. That means Hinduism. Already Hinduism, one religion, great religion already existed in India. But even though they came out of Hindu religion and they founded new religions in same century, that is 6th century. Okay. So, in religious conditions, you have to write here, Brahmin domination. Especially Brahmins dominated the season. Brahmins were upper hand because they already propounded, they already stressed here, we are the exponents of Vedas. We are the teachers of Vedas. They declared here. Later, they decided we are originated from the head of the god. Kshatriyas, they originated from shoulders of the god. And they stressed here, Vaishyas, from the thighs of the god. Shudras, the foot of the god. So when they stressed here, when they propounded number of times, this was humiliated, this was deteriorated the conditions of the society. So when Brahmin domination was prevailed in the society, when the culture, the education, okay, and even the celebration of festivals, everything in the control of Brahmins. So, to celebrate the festivals, to celebrate the rituals, to celebrate any kind of samskaras, the people should invite here Brahmins. So, it leads to great expenditure for common people. They did not offer these Brahmins domination and their gifts, okay, for their remuneration, for their contribution, whatever it is. They did not offer these kinds, so that they revolted like anything and they started new religions or they converted to another religion. Because of, you have to write here, Brahmins domination completely prevailed in 6th century BC, that is in religious conditions. Moving to the economic conditions. So economically means financially, many people are poor people. They are completely dependent upon agriculture. To develop the agriculture, to develop the cultivation activity, the people started guilds here. The people merged or combined as a guild and started to dig many canals also. No religion or no community or no Brahmins here helped people. Only they themselves started, okay, for finding or constructing or building the canals to develop the irrigation activity. So when they were educated, they know the status of themselves, and finally these economic condition leads to and think out of the box. So gradually they changed their thoughts. They changed towards the other religion also. So when the situation demanded here, immediately the Kshatriyas taken advantage and finally they came forward and started new religions like Buddhism and Jainism. So economic conditions, while writing economic conditions also, you have to mention their status economically, how they are very poor, how they lead to the society, you have to mention. Now moving to the last one, that is social conditions. The social conditions, already in religion condition, you see, Brahmins were upper hand because total religion in the control of Brahmins. Whatever they say, whatever they stress here, definitely the other community people, the other people should follow, should obey. So when religion conditions are like that, definitely social conditions also like that. Because here education is for only Brahmins and Kshatriyas. Vaishyas completely involved in the business. But what about untouchables? So Shudras consider untouchables. They did not touch others. They did not come without alarm, without the signal, without the invitation. So completely untouchables avoided here. Completely the social religious domination by the Brahmins was existed here. So they wanted to revolt against the system. So this one taken advantage by the Kshatriyas and started new religions. In this you observed here, Vardhamana Mahavira, great son of this Vaishali, king, and Gautama Buddha. He was the prince of Kapilavastu. So, because these two people belong to Kshatriya clan, even though they came out of it and finally lead to a new religion. So, social conditions, they observed the social conditions of the people. They hesitated the Brahmin domination, their rituals, okay, their means meaningless, okay, and especially meaningless rituals and samskaras. And it leads to a lot of expenditure to the common people. So when these two countries, economically, socially, they were completely backward. So because of these reasons, helped a lot to revolt against of it. And later, while new religions are established here and they waited for a chance, finally, ultimately, they converted into Buddhism and Jainism. So these are the factors contributed a lot for the origin of Jainism and Buddhism. So when situation prevailed in the society, this took advantage. Vardhamana Mahavira began a new religion, that is Jainism, in the name of Jina, and Gautama Buddha, when he had seen the four incidents like old man, sick man, later dead body and saint. So he observed here the four incidents. Later he did meditation, and finally when he got enlightenment, he founded a new religion, that is Buddhism. So these are the two religions played important role in ancient India. Okay, these are the important factors contributed for the origin of Jainism and Buddhism. So students, while writing the factors or causes, you have to write introduction part, especially mention 6th century BC. Okay, this century had great significance not only in India but also world. Here mention Greece, Persia, China. These three countries' names. In Greece, Socrates. In Persia, Zoroaster. In China, Lao Tzu. These are the important people who started already a new philosophical thought. And in India also, among them, among 60 branches, these two, Jainism and Buddhism, okay, founded by these two great people. And later you have to write the causes, religious conditions and economic conditions, social conditions. These are the important points in this answer. So far, in long questions, we have completed two. One is Indus Valley Civilization, and the other one is causes for the origin of Jainism and Buddhism. Thank you.